All right, folks. Well, I think a great place to start is to talk about what you get in the Imperial Surplus kit for the ISB Tactical Agent. Some of this stuff I've already started trimming and painting and things like that. So not every piece comes exactly as you see. All the vac form pieces come obviously like this, so you have to trim them out. On the Imperial Surplus videos, they show a score and snap technique, so you just draw a pencil line along the grooves, and that's just kind of guide your eyes, and then you can use a craft knife to go along and just make a score along those edges, and then just snap off the extra plastic. You can see that in his videos. It's one of my favorite techniques. I think it's very therapeutic. So first off, you get the chest piece. This is essentially the same chest piece as what you would use for the ICAT or the Mud Trooper. I've already trimmed this out, started working on the holes for the collar there. These are for the straps, the shoulder straps. They use a T-lock system to keep everything in place on there, which I'll show you on those. These help to reinforce those areas. So that's super helpful, just, to make sure that the armor doesn't crack or anything like that. It's just for extra reinforcement. There is a true right and left for these, okay? So make sure that you are marking those as you go along. Sticking with the chest and everything, this is already trimmed out and sanded, but this is the collar, attaches to the back plate and to the front, where I had those little holes there, okay? Very much like a shore trooper and a lot of those other modern troopers. What I love about this is it is flexible. So, when I'm wearing my shore trooper, which is 3D printed, I'm a little dainty with the this piece, but here you're gonna have no issues. So, that's an awesome thing. Definite benefit over 3D printing there. This is the back plate. In its current form, this is exactly what you would use for like a tank driver or a shore trooper. These little flanges on the ends here, I've got an X. These actually get cut off on this costume and are replaced with these pieces. I'll get the one for the correct side here. With these pieces that help connect the front to the back, the chest to the back plate. This right here is for a belly strap, goes on both sides, really helps to secure this whole thing to you. Over here, we just have some of these backing pieces. The boxes go inside the box back there. This is reinforcement, again, for up by the shoulders, because a lot of that gets cut out so that you can install the back straps. So we've got all that going on. Now let's work downwards on the kit. These are brand new pieces that Kevin over at Imperial Surplus designed for this kit. This is a cast shoulder bell. So very, very highly detailed, exactly as you see them on the screen. I assume these could be used for, the shore trooper or Rogue One TK as well. That's just my assumption. Maybe that's a future plan there. But they're solid and really quite beautiful. Spots for snap plates there and everything. So you get two of those. That's in the premium option for this kit, which I elected to get for it just because I wanted the best stuff for it. If I'm going to build a costume, I want to get the best stuff I can. Over here are our biceps. For the biceps, the inner part has a true left and right, very clearly marked, okay? And the outer part, doesn't matter whether it's left or right. They are designed for you to cut out those S-hooks and that little dimple right there where you're going to put elastic through, very similar to a shore trooper. And they use this little backing plate right here to, again, reinforce those areas where you're cutting into it. We'll get to this stuff in a moment, but this is a box of, or bag of Greeblies here. I haven't opened it yet, but it's got cast hand pleats. These are cast definitely from the original ones that are used on the productions. The cover strips that will go on the biceps there, and, you know, back plate stuff and other goodies, odds and ends, all hanging out in there. Extra plastic as well. Also on the arms, one of the cool things about this kit were the little gauntlets. Again, there's a true left and right one, different designs. But these in this version of the kit are the cast ones. He also does a vacuum formed one in the, I believe he calls it the Econo version. So really, again, very beautiful, detailed casts, solid, about half the weight of my old Boba Fett gauntlets. So they're great. And they come with a little bag of Greeblies that go on those as well. Again, cast. The tack light I thought was just a cast thing, but it's actually the actual light. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna take a trip over here for a second. These are the shoulder straps for the kit. And I actually already started assembling and painting these. So just want to talk a little bit about them. Number one, you have the buckles right here that I'll get glued on to that flat area there. These are painted in a gunmetal gray, but they come black, okay? All these cast straps and stuff, they come cast in white, but you're gonna want to paint them a gloss white anyway. I just made these little jigs here for painting so I can hold things. But in the back here, you can see, I'll actually show you on the other, you get a better view, I think, if it doesn't fall off. So in the back here, you're going to see that you have a strap that goes all the way across. There is a snap plate as well that's in there. It gets set in the nylon there. It's very precisely measured, true left and right, and this is one of those T-locks that I mentioned that help to hold this in place on the chest. So that is the shoulder straps. Belt boxes. These are cast in this kit. They were cast for the show. They have a unique attachment method as well. You can kind of see there that clip goes all the way across, so it slides onto the belt. Again, these are going to be a gunmetal gray, but they come black. And that's for like your regular officer's belt, which I'll talk about in a moment. Over here, we have the belt boxes that go on the secondary belt. It's like a rubber belt, same one that you would use, I believe, for like first order TK. Again, cast in white, but these are going to be painted gloss white. They come marked already, so you know exactly where to drill the holes in them. And the accompanying belt is actually marked as well, so that they are placed in exactly the right positions on there. You get 4 of these boxes, all the same, and 1 of this one. It goes on the end. I might actually, once it's installed, maybe just add a little piece of ABS right here to help reinforce this thinner area, but it's pretty solid. This slides on in the back, and this is actually the closure for that rubber belt. You'll have pieces that go either way, so you can cinch it closed with some Velcro right there. So that's belt stuff. Let's see, what else? What else we got here? Lots of fun stuff, lots of fun stuff. Ooh, officer's belt, white, okay, for this kit. Also comes with the leather skirts. Again, a true left and right for these. And they can be touched up with some Montana, I believe it's shock white. Gives you some Velcro and stuff. You get the officer belt buckle. It's the Velcro for keeping those on, the skirt pieces. The toe guards that go on the boots here. These are cast again in a flexible material and gives you all the stuff that you need for attachment. Cast in white, going to be painted white. These, trimmed them out already, but you know, go on your boots just like they would on a shore trooper and all of that. Right here, you get all the attachment stuff for your gauntlets. It's all cast pieces, nylon webbing, and the buckles. Those are all accurate to the show, same as what you get for the boots. So they have I don't know if you can see it in here, but specifically cut sections. They have a unique buckle. It's new to this production. And the elastic straps that you need, or rather nylon straps that you need to attach it all to here and then to the boots. This attachment stuff for those belt boxes for the rubber belt that I was showing you before. This is the rubber belt, again, kind of that same material as First Order TK. What is cool, and like I mentioned before, let's see if I can pop it out a little bit here. Sorry, showing you nothing right now. Okay, well, you're gonna miss it. Anyway, they've got the spots where you're going to drill into this or poke holes into this marked already, so that those belt boxes are in the right spot. And then snaps and stuff for the kit. This is for your shoulder bells to be suspended from the shoulder straps, bicep straps there, and then your belly strap as well. So I think that was everything. Like I said, there's a lot of little greebly goodies inside of this bag that cover a lot of things too. But yeah, there's a lot of parts to this kit. But it's, you know, definitely quality, beautiful work here, as always. And, you know, I 3D printed a shore trooper. I love it. I'm glad that I did it. The detail is great on it. But, you know, vac formed kits, they are proven and they stand up to the rigors of trooping. They're lighter. So I think this is going to be great. Excited to continue working on it.